Chair, appreciate the opportunity, and thank you for witnesses for appearing today. I mean, as you know, Canada's role in the world is a peace through strength kind of model, and I think the challenges that we've seen in past years is adequate investments in the military, and we're talking about retention, and so our number one asset when it comes to the military are our people. I'll just say a quote from Royal Military College of Canada's Sean Maloney has said, "Posture has to be maintained to be credible both to our potential enemies and our allies." So my role, if you don't know, is Shadow Minister for Northern Affairs, Arctic Sovereignty, and Northern Economic Development. So I'm going to ask my questions based on the Arctic in the north, in that perspective. The concern that we're having adequate enough people in the north is a concern. It's a concern to all Canadians, I believe, but if you live in the north, and in the Arctic specifically, you're very concerned with the lack of presence of our military up there. So a couple of questions for you. How many military are stationed full-time in the north? And I'll qualify the north as the Arctic area of Canada.
So thank you for the question, Mr. Chair, and I'm afraid I'm probably not going to give the exact answer from a numbers perspective. I would say our most northern, our largest northern base, it would be Joint Task Force North in Yellowknife. So that is where we have the greatest footprint.
Sure,
and there are, of course.
Yeah, go ahead.
There are, of course, Canadian Rangers who are stationed throughout northern communities and perform an incredibly important role for us as it pertains to awareness, support to communities, as well as other types of support tasks that are needed when there's activity in the north,
right.
So they can contribute towards.
Right, and we certainly appreciate the Rangers and all what they do for our country. I guess what I would ask you next is, what recruiting efforts exist to recruit that northern individual that likely will stay in the north once they've been trained, and they'll come back and they'll actually stay and serve out their time in the north. I guess, what are the efforts and what specifically are you doing to reach out to northerners to serve in the north? And then also, what opportunities exist for them that want to stay in the north and serve actually close to their home communities?
Again, Mr. Zimmer has run right up to the 5-minute mark.